the sticker price is a lie. Not because dealers are dishonest, but because what you pay to drive a car for 5 years has surprisingly little to do with the number on the windshield. Depreciation, insurance, charging, and repairs quietly double the real bill, and they hit different EVs completely differently. Today, I am ranking the 10 cheapest EVs to own for 5 years. Total cost, every expense counted, and the winner costs less to live with than most gas compacts. Let's get into it. Kicking off the list at number 10 is the most expensive car on this countdown, earning its spot by being cheap everywhere except the window sticker. The Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive, starting around $36,990. Here's why a mid-$30,000 sedan belongs on a cheapest to own list. Every cost after the purchase runs lean. Start with the battery, because it is the star. The base Model 3 uses an LFP pack, and fresh real-world data this week compared 4 Model 3 battery types after 62,000 miles, with the LFP retaining the most capacity of all of them. That chemistry means you charge to 100% daily without degradation guilt, the pack outlives the loan, and resale stays stronger because the next buyer inherits a healthy battery. Charging costs run among the lowest in the industry thanks to class-leading efficiency. The Model 3 squeezes more miles from every kilowatt hour than nearly anything on sale. Maintenance is famously minimal. No oil, no transmission service, brakes that last forever thanks to regen. The costs that keep it at number 10 rather than higher are insurance. Around $3,200 a year, the expensive end of this list, as we covered in the insurance video, and that higher entry price, but fold in 321 miles of range, supercharger access, and over-the-air updates that keep the car current for years. And the Model 3 makes the 5-year math work through sheer engineering. Cheap to run beats cheap to buy more often than people think. Number 9 comes with the most verified number on this entire list, the Chevrolet Equinox EV. Kelley Blue Book puts its full 5-year cost to own at $50,529 and ranks it in the top tier for ownership costs among all compact SUVs, gas included. Let me break that figure open, because it teaches you how EV ownership really works. Depreciation, $22,900 over 5 years, the biggest single line, as it is on almost every car. Insurance, about $2,600 a year. Maintenance and repairs combined, under $4,400 across 5 full years, a number most German gas SUVs burn in 2. And charging, this is the beautiful one, $3,224 total. 5 years of fuel for what a gas SUV spends in 15 months at $4 gas. Now, the kicker that makes the Equinox EV a bargain inside a bargain, that KBB math starts from sticker price, and almost nobody pays sticker. As we covered in the deals videos, GM incentives regularly pull effective prices toward the $25,000 range, which carves thousands more off the real 5-year total. Stack 319 miles of range, the best range per dollar in America, and a giant 17.7-inch screen. And the best-selling non-Tesla EV keeps proving the same point. Value at purchase compounds into value for years. Number 8 is the clearance aisle bargain hiding in plain sight, the Volkswagen ID.4. 2 facts from previous videos collide here into one of the cheapest ownership stories in America. First, the ID.4 carries the lowest insurance cost of any popular EV in the country at around $2,066 a year, over $1,000 annually cheaper than a Tesla Model Y for the same driver. Second, Volkswagen dropped the ID.4 from the US lineup, which means remaining inventory is selling at serious discounts right now. Run those 2 numbers across 5 years. The insurance advantage alone saves more than $5,000 versus the average EV. The clearance pricing knocks thousands more off the front end, and the depreciation math flips in your favor too. When you buy a discontinued model already discounted, the steepest value drop has been absorbed before you ever sign. You are buying near the bottom of the curve instead of writing it down from sticker. The car behind the math is better than its reputation. Years of software updates fix the launch era glitches. The cabin is genuinely spacious for families. Wireless CarPlay comes standard, and range runs up to 291 miles. Repair costs stay low, because parts flow through one of the largest dealer networks on earth at mainstream prices. The honest trade-offs: no more new ones after this inventory clears, and software support has a horizon somewhere out there. But for a 5-year ownership window, the discontinued ID.4 might be the single most underrated cheap ownership play on this list. Sometimes the smartest buy is the car everyone stopped talking about. Number 7 is the strangest bargain in America. A flop so complete, it became a steal. The Fiat 500e. Regular viewers know this car from 2 previous videos. It landed on my flop coverage for barely selling, and then it showed up in the insurance research as one of the cheapest EVs in the entire country, to cover at around $2,447 a year, the single cheapest in one major study. Today, those 2 facts combine into a 5-year ownership case that makes no sense until you do the math. Start with the purchase. The 500e stickers, around $34,000. But nobody pays that. Dealers drowning in unsold inventory are discounting these aggressively, with real-world deals landing far below sticker. Then the running costs take over. The tiny battery sips electricity, making it one of the cheapest cars in America to charge per year. The insurance bill undercuts cars costing half as much. Maintenance on a small, simple EV with modest power barely registers. City driving means minimal tire and brake wear. Every ownership line item on this car is small because the car itself is small. Now the honest boundaries, because this is a special tool, not an everything car. Range sits around 149 miles. Fine for city life and commutes, wrong for road trips. Stellantis remains a company in crisis, so buy with a warranty long and expectations clear. Exactly like the Charger Daytona playbook from the performance video. And resale will stay soft, which matters less when your purchase discount already ate the depreciation. For an urban driver who wants adorable Italian style with running costs closer to an e-bike than a car, the 500e flop is quietly one of the cheapest 5-year ownership propositions in America. Number 6 is the best-selling non-Tesla EV in America, and the 5-year math explains why buyers keep choosing it. The Hyundai Ioniq 5. The headline number is the $35,000 starting price after Hyundai's cuts. But the ownership story is built on a stack of quiet savings that most shoppers never add up. Start with the financing, because it is the hidden discount. Hyundai's 0% APR for 72 months, the deal we covered in the deals video, erases roughly $9,000 of interest versus a typical bank loan on this car. That is not a coupon. That is $9 grand of ownership cost deleted before you drive a mile. Then the warranty does its work. 10 years and 100,000 miles on the battery. 5 years of basic coverage, which means essentially nothing out of pocket for repairs across your entire 5-year window. Charging costs run low thanks to strong efficiency. And the 800-volt architecture means the fast charging you do pay for takes 18 minutes instead of 40. Depreciation is the honest line item. The Ioniq 5 has historically dropped harder than average, which is exactly why used ones starred in our $25,000 used EV video. But Hyundai's price cuts already compress that curve. When the new price falls $10,000, the distance left to fall shrinks with it. Buy a 35 with free money financing, enjoy the awards, the space, the NACS supercharger access, and let the warranty absorb everything that might go wrong. Nearly 11,000 buyers a quarter have done this math. It works. Number 5 is the EV that erases the electric penalty entirely, the Hyundai Kona Electric. Remember the stat from the insurance video. Research shows the Kona Electric insures barely above its own gas twin, nearly eliminating the 20 to 50% premium most EVs carry. That single fact reshapes the entire 5-year equation, because insurance is where electric ownership usually bleeds. Now stack the rest. The purchase price sits in the mid-30,000s before discounts, and Hyundai incentives regularly pull it lower, charging a small, efficient crossover costs among the least in the industry. City-focused driving squeezes maximum miles from every kilowatt hour. Maintenance is nearly nothing. The same 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty as the Ioniq 5 guards the expensive parts, and the mechanical simplicity of a modest power EV means there is very little to break in the first place. Every repair shop in America knows this vehicle because it shares its body and parts with the gas and hybrid Konas sold by the hundreds of thousands. Mainstream parts at mainstream prices, the exact recipe insurers and owners both love. The honest limits, around 261 miles of range and charging speeds well behind the 800-volt cars. This is a daily driver and errand machine, not a road trip weapon, but that is precisely the life most second cars and commuters live. For the driver whose world is school runs, groceries, and a daily commute, the Kona Electric delivers electric running costs with gas car insurance and appliance-grade reliability. Boring has rarely been this financially brilliant. Number 4 is the most rational car money can buy, the Kia Niro EV. This car has now appeared in 3 of my videos for 3 different financial reasons. The cheapest lease in America at $209 a month, one of the cheapest EVs to insure in the country, and one of the highest reliability scores of any electric vehicle on sale. Line those 3 facts up and you are looking at a 5-year ownership case with almost no weaknesses. Walk the costs. Purchase lands around $40,000 before discounts, with Kia incentives and that famous lease offer softening the entry. Insurance runs bottom tier because actuaries adore this car. Modest power, strong crash scores, and parts shared with hybrid Niros, sold by the hundreds of thousands, so every claim closes cheap and fast. Charging costs stay low on a small, efficient battery. And then the reliability advantage compounds quietly for 5 straight years. The Niro simply does not break. Owner surveys put it at the top of the EV dependability charts. Maintenance amounts to tire rotations and cabin filters, and the 10-year 100,000-mile warranty stands guard over anything expensive anyway. The trade-offs are the familiar ones. Around 253 miles of range and charging speeds that top out near 85 kilowatts. So road trips take patience. But depreciation treats the Niro gently precisely because used buyers know its reputation, and a car that never visits the shop never surprises your budget. No thrills, no drama, no unexpected bills. The Niro EV is what financial peace of mind looks like with wheels on it. Number 3 is where Toyota's comeback story becomes a personal finance story. The Toyota BZ. Regular viewers know the arc, the refresh that made it America's best-selling non-Tesla EV for a quarter, the 90% sales surge, the vindication of Toyota's patience. What we have not done is run the BZ through the 5-year ownership math. Spoiler, it might be the smartest money on this list. The entry price is the trick. The sticker reads $34,995, but stack the up to $7,000 in factory discounts and 0% financing we covered in the deals coverage, and the effective price drops below $30,000 for a 314-mile electric SUV. Then Toyota's 2 superpowers take over. First, reliability. This is the most trusted badge in the automotive world, and the BZ inherits the reputation. Minimal repairs, minimal surprises, minimal shop time across your entire ownership window. Second, resale. Toyotas hold value like nothing else in the industry, and depreciation is the biggest cost on every car. ABZ bought under 30 with Toyota grade resale at year 5 compresses the total ownership bill from both ends at once. Charging costs run low on strong efficiency. The 150 kilowatt fast charging covers road trips without excellence, but without pain. And insurance sits mid-pack. Mainstream brand, mainstream parts, mainstream premium. Nothing about the BZ is the single best at anything. Everything about it is quietly good at everything. And in total cost of ownership, that is exactly how you win. The brand that was right about EVs built the EV that is right about money. Number 2 is the car that keeps forcing its way onto my list no matter what the topic is. The Nissan Leaf. Cheapest EVs, it was there. Cheapest insurance, there. Flops that are not flops, there, defended. And now, the 5-year ownership math confirms what all those appearances were pointing at. The redesigned Leaf is one of the 2 cheapest EVs in America to live with, full stop. The stack is simple and devastating. $29,990 buys 303 miles of range, a price to range ratio nothing else on this list touches. Insurance runs bottom tier. priced off 15 years of boring, predictable Leaf claims data that actuaries treat like a warm blanket. Charging costs stay minimal on an efficient crossover body. Maintenance is Nissan simple, and the dual port setup, NACS for Tesla superchargers and J1772 for home, means you never pay for adapters or plan around plugs. Even depreciation, the historic Leaf weakness, has been reshaped. The old air-cooled battery that killed resale is gone, replaced by proper liquid cooling, which means this generation should hold value in a way no Leaf before it could. The asterisk remains supply. Nissan caps imports around 500 cars a month over tariffs while fighting battery shortages. And this week's small recall on rear seat belts adds a paperwork check to your test drive. Finding one takes patience, but the hunt pays. 300 miles, sub 30 grand, bottom tier running costs. The car that spent a decade as the punchline of the EV world is now quietly its second best financial decision. And the cheapest EV to own for 5 years in America is the Chevrolet Bolt. It wins every category that matters. Cheapest purchase price of any new EV in the country at $28,995. Insurance darling status at roughly $2,076 a year, bottom 3 in the nation, as the insurance research showed. Charging costs among the lowest anywhere, thanks to a small, efficient pack. And the LFP battery chemistry, the same chemistry that just won that 62,000 mile durability comparison, means the pack shrugs off daily 100% charging and simply refuses to degrade, protecting both your range and your resale. Run the whole 5-year stack, and the total lands in the low 30,000s, less than many gas compacts cost to own over the same window, and roughly $20,000 less than the verified figure on the Equinox EV 2 spots into this list. Depreciation is small because the starting price is small. A car cannot lose $30,000 of value when it never cost 40. Maintenance is a rounding error, and the native NACS port plugs straight into the Tesla supercharger network. No adapter on the cheapest car ever to offer that access. The urgency is real, and regular viewers know it. Production runs one shift in Kansas, supply is throttled, and reports say the line stops next year. GM built the cheapest EV to own in America, and then scheduled its funeral. So the #1 entry on this list comes with a deadline attached. If the 5-year math is what you care about, this is the car. And the window to buy it is measured in months. The champion of cheap ownership is a limited time offer. Step back, and one pattern runs through all 10 cars. The winners are not the cheapest stickers or the flashiest badges. They are the cars where every cost line stays small at once. Boring, insurance profiles, durable batteries, mainstream parts, gentle depreciation. That is the whole secret of 5-year math. No single line kills you, the total does. So whatever you drive home, run all 5 costs before you sign. Price, depreciation, insurance, charging, repairs. Because the difference between the top and bottom of this list is real money. $20,000 or more over 5 years. Enough to buy a second Bolt. I am Nick, this has been Nick's Car Review, and I will see you in the next one.